Sir. Anyone else who cares to address the council? Mr. Lamont.
Yeah, just here for my weekly update on the progress of my street. We haven't seen much going on over there. Nothing seems to be getting done. The city codes opens up the house in the morning, and Mr. Moot goes in all day by himself, bringing in more stuff that doesn't seem to be anything that he's going to use to fix anything inside. We've had a couple of the contractors go in and complain about the inside. We were wondering when Mr. Kasalki or Dr. Kasalki was going to take a look at it. He said we talked to his wife. He's just waiting for the city to ask him to go in and take a look at the health-wise, because of the dead birds that are in the backyard now. That's the place is just a mess. I mean, something needs to be done. We need a timeline. It seems like we're just wasting our time coming down here doing this.
Mm-hmm. Well, the issue of the owner of the property being in there unattended all day. I did talk to Mr. Burrows about that the other day, and he seemed to also, and I won't attempt to speak for him, be of the opinion that the court order did allow, or at least suggest, that there should be some, not just unfettered access during the daytime hours, particularly when it's clear there's no significant work going on, although there's people say there's contractors hired. They're really, that may be more a term of art or something. I was just wondering if the legal counsel has given any more thought to whether that should be the policy, that he be given unfettered access between the 8 to 5, and is that the intent of that court order that was sought, Mr. Sly?
The judge was the one who wanted to give him the ability to go into his own home, and that was not what we sought, but the judge inserted that. So he's entitled to.
Are there any restrictions the judge put on it? I mean, or is it just?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's locked out of his own home after 5 o'clock. I'd say that's a restriction.
That's not what we were told when we first signed all these affidavits to get this going. We were under the assumption that he had to be under for supervision. He had to have a contractor with him.
And the judge changed that.
Well, he changed it without our knowledge.
Well, he doesn't have to ask you. He's the judge.
Right. But we should be told, right? I mean, somebody should say something about it to us. I mean, we're under the assumption that he's supposed to be working on the house, bringing it up to code, and we've been more than patient with this, and nothing's happening. It's reverting back to the way it used to be, and you want me to stand there and you're going to tell me that that's okay? Everybody in the city drives by, everybody stops us and says, I hope you're staying on top of this because it doesn't look like anything's getting accomplished. And sure enough, as I come here tonight, it's, well, that's the way the judge said. Well, what should we do? Is there something that we can do? Maybe have some of our rights so that we know what we can do to get this moved along? Because I certainly don't want to live there another 10 years while he goes in and out and fills his house back up with trash. And that's all that's being done right now. He was there all weekend just bringing stuff to the door so that when they opened it up today, he could take it inside. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. What do you suggest that we do? That's what we're here for.
Is the judge's, we have the order here?
I do not have it with me.
We don't have it around.
No, I don't have a copy of it.
I do have a letter
we never have anything.
from Mr. Burrows that says that Mr. Moot has, he and a contractor or a contractor has access to the premises for the limited purpose of performing repairs necessary to bring the structure into compliance. Now, this letter is from Mr. Burrows, and I know he's in your office. If you want a copy of it, I can give you a copy of it.
What's the date of it, ma'am?
It's October 5th. I do think that it's unrealistic to think that Mr. Moot should have unlimited access all day long into his home. I realize that they lock the doors at 5 o'clock, but there's no there's no reason for him to even repair his home. He's got access to it. He has financial means to have an apartment. So he's going to continue this cycle of trash collecting, which he has been spotted collecting from dumpsters in the area. He's going to continue this whole cycle for another 5-6 years until the city gets annoyed again and maybe cleans him out again. As neighbors, I don't think that we should have to allow someone to just have unfettered access to his house when, according to a letter from your office, a judge has stated that he should be in there for the limited purpose of repairing. But he's not to be in there by himself. According to this letter, it says, and a contractor.
I don't have
That was my impression, too, from talking to Mr. Burrows.
I don't have a copy of the order with me, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, I understand you don't.
I know.
But at some point, Mr. Burrows must have seen a copy of it.
I mean, this is the same law firm, isn't it? I mean, I know when my business sends out a letter, I get a copy of everything, so I know what I'm talking about. Seems like you don't get a copy of anything.
Well, let's not make it personal or get into a back and forth on that, please. Were there other questions council members had?
I had.
Oh, and as far as bringing Dr. Kasulki in, you know, I've talked to a couple of the contractors that have been in there, and I'm not going to mention their name because I'm sure there are privacy codes, but I did talk to one, and he's pretty familiar with codes and public health policies, and he believes that there are violations just in what he has seen, and suggested that he would not continue to or work in there without wearing a mask. He feels that there should be some sort of a disinfectant, or the house should be somehow cleaned to bring it up to a public health standard, because he feels there's a lot of matter in there that, you know, is harmful to human. So.
At our last meeting, a couple of the residents had mentioned what you're talking about, Mrs. Strober, in regard to having Dr. Kasulki come in, and of course we've had other dialogue one-on-one, and I know other members have as well. And the city manager was out of town, and so I took the liberty to call Mr. McWayne to find out what the process would be. And he had mentioned to me over the phone that Mr. Moot actually had to give Dr. Kasulki the permission. He had to grant the permission for him to go in. I found that a little odd, but I guess Mr. McWayne knows what he's talking about. So Mr. McWayne assured me that he was going to touch base with Mr. Moot and see if that permission could be granted. I followed up later in the week and found out that there had been no conversation. Mr. McWayne was not available, but another code officer informed me that that conversation had not happened, but that they were going to. And so I'm just curious, now that the manager's back, do you know if there was any outreach to Mr. Moot about?
Yes, I do. I can give you an update as far as what I've been brought up to speed on. It is my understanding, number one, that Mr. Moot has engaged a plumber, and the plumber was scheduling an appointment with code enforcement to go in and look at the plumbing situation in the home. We have received the design of the beam that needs to be replaced in the basement. That has been reviewed. Supposedly a contractor has been engaged to do some of the structural work. I received a note late in the day today that Mr. McWayne had spoken with Mr. Moot. Mr. Moot has refused to allow the health officer into his home.